Greetings, grasshoppers. Wendy Wiseman is here. Well, my friends, hold on to your goggles. Fasten that cape. We're here for the quest for epic engagement. And today we have a guest who's tried to get on here not one, not two, but three times. Yes, Wendy Wiseman. I am talking about you. And I wanna dig in. Who are you? What you do? Tell us everything. All right. We got a unicorn squeaking. All right.
All right. Hi, I'm Wendy of Wiseman Integrative, based in Folsom, California. That's Northern California between San Francisco and Lake Tahoe, for those of you not in the know of the long, multifaceted state of California. I am your goofy guide, your moving motivator, a neuromuscular myofascial therapist. Okay, a movement health coach, helping you move out of pain, inspiring playful productivity, pain prevention for peak performance that moves you to the next level life and business.
All right. That was a mouthful. You want to break it down for us?
Move better, feel better, live better. Ba-doom, boom.
Okay. All right. Beautiful. What got you into doing that, Wendy?
Well, I'm the little kid that didn't go to med school because I didn't want to go to school forever. And now I'm in healthcare instead of medical business. And I'm not only an eternal student, but I'm building on the platform school with a K.
I have heard some stuff about school. Tell me what you're building.
I'm building a community that actually gets engagement and and seen by the community members, unlike on certain other platforms that shall remain nameless.
The Zuckerberg. Talking about the
Zuckerberg,
aren't you?
Excellent. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I've spent about a month exploring other communities and making great connections. And learning from a lot of the winners of the school games. That's right. It's gamified. There's leaderboards, and you can win a day with Sam Ovens and Alex Hormozy in Vegas. And a bunch of people just came back and downloaded all of their lessons. So we're all absorbing them and integrating them. And it's a wonderful collective environment that is just so much more enriching than the quote unquote social media platforms that are feeding you ads and very limited connection engagement. It's very hard to see what you want to see or who you want to see in the right timing on most of those platforms. And they kind of just drain your, excuse me. Judge faster, feel like less. No. My favorite community is called GIF, GIF, and basically we're just, like communicating with GIFs. It's totally awesome.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine that I do that with. He just sends me Star Trek. It's not GIFs, but he'll send me memes. Jason, if you're listening, I love you, and thank you for the memes. So there's a lot of school going around. That's fun. I like seeing people move off of Facebook. Facebook for me has been just like a one of those things that frog in boiling water time. So great when it started. So great. Oh my gosh, we can now get a hold of people we could never be able to see and hook in with their lives. And then it started to get watered down, and then boiling water. And, and things like that, the platform, I have a lot of opinions. I won't share them all here, but, the platform is, not doing the earth any good. And along with many others that became famous around that time. And so I do love it when folks say, I'm taking a stand for not this, and building somewhere else. So what drew you to school in the first place?
Well, it's funny because I had seen, Alex Hormozzi's email about it, and I'm like, oh, that looks interesting, and went about my usual thing of, I don't want to go to Facebook, but there's this group that I want to be a part of that I need to tap in. And how do you tap in without getting sucked into the drain of the drama and the, it's like, can't we have somewhere else to play where we can actually support one another? And then, it was through, I'm part of H7 Networks. It's a networking community. And Danny Del Vecchio had started a community on school and was talking about it. And I checked it out and then was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about this, and started exploring it because I've been very interested in community building and finding one, that actually grows like this, where people are actually coming together and communicating.
Right.
Another. And so I just dove in, and like I said, I've been exploring for about a month now, and I'm launching this Gen Excellent and another one called Barefoot Longevity. They're all longevity vitality. There's the free community Gen Excellent Longevity Vitality, and then Barefoot Longevity Vitality. Stop getting ground up and build your firm foundations from the ground up.
Yeah.
It's more and pain relief program, back, shoulder, knee stuff. And then Wise Life Longevity Vitality, my premium offering with a deeper dive coaching, more intensive personal programming to set the simple health foundations of the Wise 3x3 formula. Move more, meal real, and mind well, folks. Set those simple foundations. Healthy doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be a chore of so much more to do. Chop 1,000 vegetables, do hours of cardio, go to this place, wear this special outfit, buy this guru gimmick and this fitness. No, just make it a part of you and who you are, so that it's effortless and you can just thrive with fun, loving freedom and have that foundation to springboard onto specialized diets or adventure races or climbing mountains or speaking on stages, right? Playing with grandchildren, traveling the world for life or business. You've got to have those healthy foundations, and it doesn't have to be so complicated, right?
I like that it doesn't have to be complicated because my brain cannot handle one more damn thing right now.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Who needs
And
more
that's
to
how
do?
yeah, it was so many of us, we were talking about resilience before we got on air. And it's so important for entrepreneurs to be able to be resilient. But gosh, things knock our foundation out.
Mm-hmm.
It just knocks our foundation right out of
Yeah.
there. So, what do you love about what you do?
It's moving. It's good for you. I mean, what better? I mean, I'm a body worker. I work with people still on the table, and part of this whole thing. Let's back up for a minute and be like, I was active when instead of going into medical business, I went into the arts and photography and ended up in the School of Dance, where I was introduced to a lot of body work, and then was living in New York and couldn't do my amateur body work on first responders. So I decided to go get my credentials at that point. And so now I'm a professional body worker with over 30 years experience helping people move out of pain. Yet I fell apart in my 40s. I was so depressed. I topped 200 pounds. My knee would give out getting up. I fell and almost broke a toilet once just trying to stand up. My thumb arthritis would be so bad I couldn't do my ponytail or get my pants on or off when I needed to urgently, or sleep. My neck was, so bad. And I was deteriorating. I was falling apart with those feel old frustrations. And I just decided, I was like, shit, I'm not even 50 yet, and I know where this is going, and it's not pretty. So I got my health coach and behavior change specialist certifications, and I got back into creating that step-by-step simple health, because the gyms aren't for me, right? All that noise and all of the and the false, facade of it, and a lot of people are not, they think they're doing healthy things for themselves, but they're really grinding themselves down and into bits and tearing themselves up in the attempt to be healthy. So my mission became not only to reaffirm my rebuilding of health and become happier and healthier every year up to and after 50. I'm 56 now. Thank you, this month. And to help others take it off the table. Stop looking to get fixed. Stop doing and tune in to the way you're being in what you're doing, right? Whether you're at the gym lifting something or lifting a box or a child or some laundry or some grocery, whatever it is, tune in. You're training yourself every minute of every day. And the way we think about our body, say, oh, I'm such a mess. I hold all my stress here. Stop holding it. Shake it off. Get more curious. Get more playful. Live. So obviously, the question was, why do I do what I do? Right? Was that the question? Because
yeah, it sure was. Tell me that.
I don't know. It feels good. And together, when we choose to be happier, healthier humans, we are creating a better world, not just for ourselves, for those around us, for the planet, because the healthier choices have less impact around the globe, So
yeah.
There you go.
Well, and that's, that's quite a concept. Health, that's a big one. And a lot of people struggle, whether it's mental or physical or whatever it is. And so I love what you're saying. I love what you're saying about simple. I love what you're saying about, making it a part of you rather than something that, is outside you that you feel like you have to do or else. Because that's what doesn't work for me. Do this or else. Hey, watch me not do what you just said. Here, watch me do it again. I mean, I am not a rule person. I am not I can't even write on lined paper. Everyone knows this about me. So how would you
get in this box, RG?
Yeah. Oh gosh, it reminds me, just a quick story about my cat, but, Odin, when we brought him home, it was like, they put him in this it was a pretty big, but it was a box because we didn't have a carrier, and, damn if he didn't claw his way all the way through that thing. Like, I almost, got obliterated by this boy's claws because I was the one. Megan was driving, I was holding the box, but yeah, I'm exactly like my cat. So, so how do you approach getting, focusing on health with somebody like me? How do you approach it with busy entrepreneurs who have their brain on 1,000 things?
Yeah, that's the challenge, isn't it? Is pushing pause when we have 1,000 spinning platters. It's something I struggle with too. And it goes back to you're training yourself every minute of every day. And every coach will tell you to know your big why. Well, here's mine. Arms up to the sky. Or if you can't raise your arms up this high, or you don't have arms to raise, you do this energetically. Just like the Olympic athletes and performers on stage, actors and whatever, you mentally embody that with your mind. So if you're somewhere and you can't raise your arms up, it's not appropriate or polite or whatever, or you might hit someone. Maybe that makes you want to do it more. I don't know, but you can do these things within your mind using the power of visualization and embodying the life you want to live. That is the big reminder when you're like so busy trying to build your life. Are you, like the people at the gym doing this, actually wearing yourself down and tearing yourself up? A lot of fit pros that were making billions of dollars came out about how they were killing themselves internally, emotionally, or physically, stress wise, right? So beware the facade and really get clear on your goals, your why. Because that's what will pull you through the healthy habits you want to build. These are just basic. Everyone's a mindset coach. Everyone's basically at the end of the day teaching the same things. Get rid of inflammation, think better thoughts, because the things you believe, the things you think, the things you tell yourself are what drives your behavior, right? It all starts here. We're all working this muscle right here, baby. So getting clear on how you want to live in the future. Or if you're building your business, equating it with building your business, where do you want your business to be in 10 years? Okay, these are the steps we have to do for that. Where do you want your body to be in 10 years? Okay, well, how can I do that without going to the gym or without? It's the choices we make, right? I choose not to go to the gym and do the standard workouts. I'll crawl around on the ground and in the dirt and pick up, big bags or rocks or logs or things. And it's more functional versions of those gym workouts that can sometimes get in too isolated and not have that full functional dynamic of all the way we're in. I can get too sciencey now about tensegrity and biotensegrity and lines of
Listen,
muscle puzzles and tension
I don't know
patterns.
those words. I don't know
right?
those words.
There went the audience.
Well, and not everybody's North Star is the same in business and health and life.
Yeah, it's about finding yours, which is part of why I've been challenged to kind of clarify my offer and thing, because it's not lose 10 pounds in 6 weeks. It's a choose your own adventure. Basically, I do the wise way wheel where people can come in and maybe you need 6 weeks on this. Maybe you need 6 weeks on that. Maybe you need 9 months on this, but you choose which one to focus on, because you don't just build your bicep and you're done. Right? It's an ongoing experience, and we're different every minute of every day.
Yeah. And it's less about gaining a set of, steps or whatever, but it seems like it's more about gaining everyday perspective, and different choices, obviously.
Beginner's mind. Each
Mhm.
moment is a fresh new moment to begin again. Are the choices you're making in this moment supporting where you want to be in your body, in your life, in your relationships? Right? Yeah. Are you living towards, are you eating for wellness or illness?
Mhm.
Are you moving or not moving? They talk about sitting is the new smoking. It's not sitting. Ancient cultures have done tons of sitting, but they were on the ground, grounded and connected to the planetary powers, discharging the static energy. They were constantly changing positions in their sitting. It's the stagnation. I tell people, choose stagnant poison puddle or fresh bubbling spring, right? It's the stagnation, the inflammation, that blockage of everything that causes all the disease in our body, mind, spirit, being. Come here, Max. Say hi. Come on. Come on up. Be the
We've got
star
a
of the
little.
show.
Oh,
Maximilian. My
for those of you listening on the podcast, we've got a very cute dog on screen right this moment, and that is awesome. Um, well, so the question I ask everybody on this podcast is, how do you engage your audience? What do you use to bring people in? How do you keep them interested, keep them moving? How do you do it?
Oh, it's my sparkling personality, of course. Wonderful Wellness Wednesdays with Wendy, except it's Thursday. So, or whatever day all of you are listening or watching. It's about being enthusiastic about the journey. Life is an adventure, and adventures aren't always pretty or pleasant. It's how do I show up as a happier, healthier being in this moment for me, and people seeing me with my smile. Some people have become close friends of mine because they're like, all right, this person is smiling and laughing. They must have some hard shit in their story. I got to know this person. What has this one been through? So it's living that resilience and showing up with this energy, sometimes when I've been crying. And people are always interested in that. What's Wendy going to do next? Yay! You activating you. You're awesome. Yes, you.
Yeah. Well, and I definitely know the meaning of that tune. It's when you do something unexpected, it raises everyone's attention
Yeah.
level. Unfortunately, entrepreneurship and in business, a lot of times we're just driven to here act the same as everybody else.
Yeah.
No.
It's interesting.
Um, no, go
Go
ahead. Tell me.
No, I would come to the Zoom meetings and be lifting my arms up like this and see the people sit there, like people do in Zoom meetings, and just sit there, stagnant poison puddles. That every once in a while move so you can see that they're actually in front of a background instead of just a static picture. And now I can come on and people are already greeting like this. They've felt the unwinding of the down and over devices of modern living, because this is actually unwinding one of the most common conundrums of our modern life. Is all this back pain is coming from the tightness in front. So when you unwind it, people feel it, right?
Yeah,
So delivering tiny little tips like that then give people quick wins so
quick
they can
wins.
really feel it and then want to do it more often, because frequency and variety are the two keys to moving better and feeling better in our digital detritus age of down over devices, the
Yeah.
divisiveness of devices. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I find that quick wins are the thing that really, if you can give those to people,
yeah,
those tips that you were what you were just talking about, the tightness of the muscles and everything like that. I find that when I can give people a quick win, when I can help them feel like they're powerful over their situation, that there are choices to be made and there are things that can be done, that sets them on the road to feeling better, doing better, all of those things.
yeah.
And so I love that so much. Quick wins, excellent. And
Another, yeah.
can you give us a little preview of what you're building in school? School with a K, everybody. It's a community
Uh-huh.
platform that
Uh-huh.
Wendy is loving.
Yes. Get your own community at schoolwithak.wisewithwendy.com. My free community is Gen Excellent. Feel
Jen.
totally awesome at any age, folks. It's not just for exhausted entrepreneurs over 40. Gen Exhausted to Gen Excellent again. Simple tips like this. There's free trainings and a lot of bonus guides and workbooks and things, and building the community to come together to support one another. And it's a free community. So because my mission is creating a better world together as happier, healthier humans. And yeah, there's another community that people can join and pay and take deeper dives and do the whole high ticket offer 10K thing. But really, it's about reminding one another to choose joy. And when we come together on these platforms where we can actually relate to one another, then it becomes an enjoyable experience. Yes. And
Yeah,
that's the good kind of contagious.
yeah. That is the good kind of contagious. Just a community vibe where it's not necessarily about individuals, it's more about, all of us together and where we're
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And
That's
they've made
super
it
cool.
so simple with that platform. Sam is just keeping it simple, simple. People are like, what about this? And what about this? And he's just simple, simple, simple. Keep it simple. So, you've got young kids that are buying their parents' houses or retiring their parents from driving taxis or whatever and making loads of money. But it's about serving with significance and creating that connection that the divisiveness of these devices and social media and other global issues have created. People coming together and finding that actual connection again, which is healing for yourself and for the planet. So let's hear it for global healing.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot, there's a lot to be healed from. There's a lot to do, of course. And not burning out while you're doing that is awesome. That is
Laughter
also a
helps.
great thing.
Yeah.
Uh, well, so can people find you any place else, or do you want to just point them all to the community because that's where they will go?
Every place. And if you can find me on Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram. I have presences all over the place under various different names from various different ventures, but tamingyourtension.com is a great way to find your way to all of those that you can probably hopefully spell if you're only listening. Tamingyourtension.com. So that's a good one to get wherever you want to find me. And
Beautiful.
I am at Taming Your Tension on most of those other YouTube and TikTok and things.
Beautiful.
So,
Beautiful. Well, I want to thank you for coming on. I know tension's a killer. It really, really is. And all the things that we do that lead to places where we're not feeling so good. Thanks for coming by and just letting us know there's another choice. There's another choice. It doesn't have to be rocket science. It doesn't have to be $1 million. It doesn't have to be here. We're going to inject you with something.
yeah,
It may be that. I don't know. I mean, that's everybody has a different path, but it is something that any person can grab onto if they're willing. And that's the message I'm hearing.
absolutely. Absolutely. Move through. And whatever that means to you, even if it's a tiny little thinking about movement, if you're, like can't move your body physically or whatever, or if you're like me, if you're watching, you've seen that I really don't sit still. And that keeps me from getting the back pain that plagues so many entrepreneurs on human zoomies. More stress, more stress.
Yeah. Well, super awesome. It is time for us to wrap it on up. Great conversation. Hey, everybody out there, you've got a choice. You've got choices to be made. There are things that can be incorporated into your daily that will help you move better, feel better. I'm of course not the expert, but Wendy is, so hit her up. And we'll be back next week, same bot time, same bot channel. If you want to, in the meantime, come visit me at the Come Right In. I am there from time to time, hanging out and helping people along their journeys. So that's it for the quest for epic engagement today. Thank you all. And that's all I got. Bye.